The Inclusion Health and Outreach Service provides roaming access via a mobile clinical vehicle for East Riding residents that experience barriers in accessing primary health care. This could include marginalised groups such as the travelling communities, vulnerable migrants, sex workers, homelessness, those in contact with the criminal justice system, those experiencing trafficking or modern slavery, stigmatised due to sexuality or gender, or experiencing poverty and financial hardship. The Inclusion Health removes barriers to accessing healthcare through actively responding to people who are unable to seek out or request support for their health needs, addressing healthcare equality, access to health services, health promotion, education and effective communication, screening and early identification and response to health conditions, addressing the wider determinants of health to reduce early onsets of harm and protection of health, and protecting the vulnerable and creating a healthier community.
Screening for breast, bowel and cervical cancers are essential in order to allow early detection of the disease. Screening can identify cancers before symptoms develop. The earlier cancer is identified, the more successful treatment is. The aim of our screening programs is to both reduce the number of people who develop the disease and the number of those who die from it. COVID-19 has impacted on the uptake of screening appointments, but we will endeavour to ensure the promotion of screening remains the number one priority.
Housing is not simply a roof. Our homes is a place we raise families, socialise, eat, sleep and take refuge on the world. Our home should always protect health by being safe, comfortable, providing security and stability. Homes in the East Riding should meet our diverse needs, whether that is accessible homes for people who are older or have disabilities, affordable housing so that everyone can afford a home, or supportive housing for people who need extra support to be independent and thrive. East Riding homes should always be decent quality, regardless of age or tenure, be affordable and efficient to run, and well designed to be well connected to a vibrant, active communities.
Debt and welfare advice. This can impact individuals, families, social connections and physical and mental well-being, putting more pressure on individuals. It's already an issue for many residents and likely to increase during the colder weather and the continuing rise in costs. There are already reports of low-paid employees who cannot afford the fuel to get to work, and this may impact the East Riding of Yorkshire greater than some areas due to our high numbers of out-of-area workers and the dispersed rural communities, with their reliance on public transport to access health and care services. It can cause additional mental, emotional and physical and behavioural issues which affect spouses, partners and children. Complex issues, i.e. evictions, rent, council tax arrears, etc., often require professionally trained support, often provided from the cab service, which will experience greater demand in the coming months.
In order to be digitally included, you need to have access to a device, which could be a desktop computer, a laptop, tablet or a smartphone. You need access to data, which could be phone data, broadband or Wi-Fi, and the skills to be able to interact effectively and safely, as well as the motivation and the confidence to do it. The lack of digital skills and access can have a huge negative impact on a person's life. It can lead to poorer health outcomes, lower life expectancy, increased loneliness and social isolation, and less access to jobs and education, as well as less access to money-saving opportunities. It's estimated that COVID has progressed the growth in the use of the internet by 5 years. It's also taught us how vital digital skills are to our health, well-being and safety. No single organisation can solve digital exclusion on its own, so we're working closely with communities and partner organisations to help more people get online safely across the East Riding.